he has to be to execute the entire string and then finish the stock. Fat Tino's like, no, I'm happy to just, if you're at 40%, I'm happy to just combo you with my F smash.
Yeah, using the just like that.
Like so. It's like, you know what? I don't need to shine you and then try and convert this into something enormous. I'm pretty comfortable with my edge guarding, so I'm just gonna get you off stage.
That's really interesting.
Yeah.
And Kins0 right now taking a bit of the lead back, very even. I really like the fade away on the laser right down to better grab. Edge guard going very well, and it's going to be it for the first stock of Fat Tino. It was looking really good, though.
Yeah. I mean, it's still like it's. Ooh, that was a really good angle. But a good response as well.
Before it makes up for the grab, the running jump shine to try to catch their jump is actually a really cool option.
So very, very good.
Yeah, I mean,
wow.
Kins0 has gotten so much better so quickly, and he still keeps getting better. It's actually insane.
Yeah, he might be the fastest back I've ever seen.
It's crazy, right? Like,
yeah. He's like super fun to watch.
Oh, definitely. And I mean, as a box player, it's also very impressive for me because he does a lot of stuff that's really hard to do on the box. Like the simple stuff like walking and like tech chasing with walking and stuff like that is like the hardest thing, even though it seems simple, because you don't have. You're gonna run a lot.
Us privileged controller players don't understand.
Exactly. The people still have hands.
Yeah.
But yeah, he's gotten very proficient with it, and so it's always nice to see people perform. But it's still really even against those two right now. Can definitely go either way. The shine getting a bit stale here, so I'm not able to combo.
I do really like Tino's. Not like I guess he plays in a way that's like I will do things that he plays a very necessary style. Like he doesn't overdo it. He doesn't, if he thinks that like he puts himself at more risk by trying to extend a combo, he just won't do it. He'll be like, oh, just take space.
Yeah, and I think just like Grape that we saw, every move has an intention. Every move at least wants to hit or take space, just like you said. And those really nice mix-up DIs going into the Nair into forward smash working really well right now. Got a really close match on our hands on Battlefield.
Yeah, I don't think he's a tool greedy either. That's yeah.
Yeah, just
so good.
The boot.
He just keeps it simple.
Yeah, reminds me of old school Falcos. Reminds me of like Paxson. It's like the combos are gonna be kind of like really. They're gonna be pretty technical at first, and then it's just like I'll take what I can get with a good forward smash, and maybe you're not gonna expect it. You're gonna have a bad DI, and then I'll mix it up next time. I
think it's like the thing that's so like refreshing about seeing that style is that kind of style is usually reserved for mid-level players.
True.
Because once someone gets good enough to do all the technical options, it's all they want to do.
Yeah, it's the dopamine, man.
Yeah.
It's like, oh, so look how cool I am.
Yeah, you're not going to see from, like, Kins0 right now. If he gets something, he's going to do, like, 20 hits and press 100 buttons. You know, he doesn't... He's going to press everything to make sure he can extend it as far as possible. Whereas Fat Tino doesn't feel he has to do that. Not that he can't do it. He just doesn't feel he has to.
It's really nice to see that place like very conservative, but in a really good way. And also, it can be really frustrating for the player in front of him. They can definitely have a mental advantage because they're like, well, it seems not to be doing too much, but I'm still losing the exchanges, so how is that happening? Yeah.
Definitely, the first time I lost to Fat Tino was like, there's no way he should have beat me. And then he beat Prince, and I was like, okay, maybe he should.
Okay. Well, you got a point, okay. Yeah, it's not because sometimes you see people, they're really, really technical, but like they crumble under pressure, or once they get in a situation they don't know, they're like completely lost. Fat Tino seems to be ready for any kind of situation, and he'll just, take his time and respond to it accordingly.
Yeah.
Always waiting for Randall, I like that.
Good thought.
But this match on Yoshi's Stories, Kins0 loves Yoshi's Stories.
This has got to be Kins0's favorite. If you play Falco quickly, you love Yoshi's Story. That's kind of the rule.
Yeah, he's working around this platform so well. Really good tech from Fat Tino to keep it respectable. He knew he was gonna do that big ledge dash.
Yeah.
Okay.
That's a very strong response from Kins0.
That's a good comeback, yeah. Definitely. Now 1-1, and I believe this is. I'm guessing this is best of 5, maybe.
I would assume so. Yeah.
I would assume. Yeah. Okay. Yeah. So Yoshi's Story was the pick. If Fat Tino likes, space, maybe a Dreamland would be in play.
Yeah.
I don't know how.
Yeah,
I've seen his laser game. He seems like he doesn't use laser too much, but just like everything in his game plan, it's very thought. It's very thought of, right? Like everything has a purpose.
Yeah, it's very like specific.
And we're on Dreamland, which makes sense.
Yeah. I'm curious because I feel like oh wow, this is gonna be nice recovery. Oh, the turnaround! Oh, just grab ledge.
Oh yeah. That was a bit scary, but he did.
Yeah.
Grabbing the ledge and.
Doesn't lose his cool as well.
Yeah, and that's what you expect from a player like that. Just nothing too fancy, just as long as it works. Just do it.
Yeah.
Don't overuse.
I don't want to make try and do like a practice routine, like the Tino practice, where it's just just use your most simple moves.
Yeah.
Just don't overcomplicate your gameplay. Keep it simple.
Yeah, that was a really downwards DI from.
It's because people don't just F smash like he does.
Yeah.
Unless you're very new to the game, then you F smash like he does.
It's good at first, and then it becomes bad, and then it becomes good again. Right?
Yeah, yeah. There's a reason why people spam it when they first play it, because it's actually super good.
Yeah, I mean, Falco's forward smash is really good. I mean, he's got that, he reels back at the start, and then it's punishable, but it's not super easily punishable.
Yeah, and on top of that, it moves, so the range is really good.
Yeah,
it covers so much space.
All right, so this is all on Kins0 to take it right now because
that's just this is oh my god, he's so good. I think he's proving that if the narrative that I was starting at the beginning was is he good against Frenzy or Falco, I think this is at the very least there's a style of Falco that he's good against.
Yeah, he likes the very technical.
He wants to play people that try and overcomplicate things, which makes sense that he may not have done as well against the Thingy.
Yeah, because he's kind of the Living is probably a better Fat Tino somewhat. Not to take away anything from Fat Tino. I mean, he's beating Kins0 right now, which is amazing. Yeah,
they're similar. I think Tino's strength is very good. He's very good with players that kind of rely on trying to overwhelm him.
Yeah,
and he's just cool. He doesn't get affected by it. He doesn't try and match their complexity. Mm-hmm. He keeps it simple. He's like, no, I'm playing this way. You have to play. You have to respond to the way that I'm playing because I'm not, digging into how you're playing.
He's really forcing his playstyle onto his opponent, which is really interesting. And as you said, some people will have a Falco pressure their shield, and they'll like, oh, I need to get out. I'll need to roll. I need to jump or whatever. And that's when you lose. Whereas Fat Tino is just happy to stay in shield and wait for an opening.
Yeah, he's it's interesting because you assume the fast players are the player type, the fast and aggressive players. But actually, I think Tino is probably the most play the player type.
I agree.
He's interested in kind of boiling down what you're doing into its most simple elements.
Right now, Kins0 already lost the stock, but he might take that stock right back. No, really good angle.
Ooh. Good conversion as well.
Oh, he's trying to go for those cheeky F smashes again. If you would have caught him, he went into a dashback, that would have been the end of that stock.
Exactly, yeah. It's such a good percent to do it. Oh!
That was almost amazing.
Almost, yeah. That almost worked very, very well.
Yeah. The dash attack connecting, that was an easy dare.
Yes. But very good DI by Kins0.
True.
Because you're just not used to seeing it. Having to DI moves, obviously, survival DI is usually very easy, but having to combo DI moves that you're not used to people using at percents you're not quote-unquote supposed to use them at. Like, it's very good recognition by Kins0 to be like, okay, no, I can DI out and away in this position. That's the correct option.
That's a good player adapting really quickly in a set, which is what you need at this level, definitely.
Yeah.
None of that down smash was meant, but it definitely got him out of a tricky situation.
I like the forward air.
Yeah, just Tino just really happy throwing out those wall of back airs. Now that he's in the corner, he's playing much more respectful. And okay, shine up smash. He tried to get another one.
Maybe that was a little too simple. I want to make like a hard read and say that I think Tino probably plays other fighting games.
I think that would be a really good guess, yeah.
Yeah, like the way he's playing just seems like he cares about percent and he cares about advantage states.
Yep. He definitely knows the confirms. He doesn't try to like force some weird mix-ups. It's just a lot of like confirms and just I'm gonna play the position, which is extremely important in any fighting game. But you're gonna have more time to think about it in a more, I guess, like classic fighting games like Street Fighter or something.
Yeah. Because that's all it is, right? Like, well, I shouldn't boil it down to that degree, but like that's like a huge part of like traditional fighting games is just understanding advantage states. Like also obviously combo games are kind of important as well, but like advantage states and I forgot what I said before. But either way,
positioning and
yeah, like that kind of thing seems like where Tino is excelling.
But as we're talking great stuff about Tino, I think that's good it for the match.
Very good turnaround, yeah. That looked like it was his game at one point.
That's the first Game 5 that we had. It was a really cool set. Two amazing players. The UK versus Germany.
Yeah.
Root for your boy in the chat.
I'm rooting for him right now. I've dominated the commentary block about it. Arguably too much.
I understand. I mean, we try not to be too biased, but if I see a French player, I'm like...
Yes.
What I'll do is like I'll try to focus on the other player so that
That's the thing as well. I think Tino's definitely the underdog in this situation as well. So it's cool to see... like, we know that Kins0 is this, like, amazingly technical, fast player. So it's cool to see a player that's, like, I guess responding to him how he arguably should. Like, okay, well, I'm not going to try and match your speed because you're so quick and technical. But I will... So I need to play my way. And I think that's where Tino's seeing success.
Definitely. And right now it's starting a bit rough for Tino, but he definitely got out of a really hard situation where he could have lost his stock. Unfortunately, the backer is going to seal it. We're going on to Pokemon Stadium. So it is just player preference at this point, obviously. We'll see if Tino can keep up, because of course Kins0 has already adapted to quite a few of Tino's tricks or habits, but now it's time for Tino to adapt to be able to touch it out. It's a two-player game. Ooh, and that shine climb.
This is where Kins0's gonna shine. Like this, not like shine the move, but this is where he's gonna shine because this is where you feel the pressure. Where Kins0's at such a high percent that the need to finish the stock is so high, and Kins0's just playing into that.
Yeah, just grabbing the edge, getting up, not even a back air try. Yeah.
He just punched him twice.
Yeah, Kins0 here waiting. He knew Tino was gonna like try to read his dash back and try to go forward, but he was like, I'm just gonna wait for the shine. I know you're just gonna try to go after me. So definitely a lot of adaptation from Kins0 going on, which is why this match is looking much more in Kins0's favor at the moment. Okay, he tried to go for the gamble.
Oh, that's really good. Super good spot to put it in.
Yeah. This is a really rough spot for Tino to have B2.
Yeah, this is a... I don't know how well Tino's playstyle would translate into making comebacks.
Yeah, because it feels like he's a bit lacking of like the explosive points in his gameplay, which but that's kind of a trade-off you have to make if you're playing that style.
It's like a slow and steady with Tino, and I feel like it leads to a lot of like a fair amount of trades as well.
Yeah, so when you have the advantage, it's perfect. Yeah. And when you don't, it's really hard to make a comeback. So congratulations to Kins0 taking that game quite convincingly. After a really close set, those two players were amazing to watch. I hope to see more Fat Tino and